Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumidesaluvold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you're so very welcome indeed, my darlings. Yes, Mama is back home. Thank you for all of the well wishes. I missed you so very much. Mykonos was absolutely fabulous, my darlings. What am I wearing? What am I wearing? I am wearing the fabulous, phenomenal Nigerian designer Rava. I live and love, baby. I live and love. Some of you in the comment section said, Fumi, wear wigs. I said, why not? And so I am wearing this fabulous poof afro wig that I am absolutely addicted to. I really am. I live and I love it. And so I thought, you know what? Let me give you different versions of me. Yes, baby. Different versions of me, and I'm living and loving. The belt is Escada, and I have had this belt for 35 years. My mother bought this for me when I was 21. I had passed micro and macro economics, and she said, Fumi, my darling, you deserve a gift. And she bought me this Escada belt, and I've had it ever since. Thank you, Mommy Kings. I live and love you. And then I am wearing Skipperali earrings. Are they not gorgeous? Just look. Live and love, live and love. Okay. Why are we here? I'll tell you why we're here. We had Paris Fashion Week. And if it wasn't because I was in Mykonos, I would have been walking the runway, or I would have been on the front row. But I had my fabulous Meghan Markle, who showed up at Balenciaga, and it was flawless for a whole bunch of reasons. First and foremost, Balenciaga used to have fashion creator Demma. Demma is now at Gucci. Yes, and now we have Pierpaolo Piccioli, who is now at the house of Balenciaga. Pierpaolo Piccioli used to be at Valentino. Do you remember that phenomenal dress he made for Naomi Campbell when she went to the Met Gala a couple of years ago? It was all pink. It was absolutely gorgeous. I lived and loved. He's a wonderful designer, and he has brought fresh light and air into Balenciaga. Balenciaga, a couple of years ago, because I covered the story, Kim Kardashian was the brand ambassador for the brand, and they had done not so pleasant things promoting the brand, and they had children in a way that I do not want to see them presented. As a mother myself, I completely understand. So I ask you the question before I continue. Do you stop living and loving a country, or do you stop living and loving a president? When we had Obama for the United States, it was one of my happiest times living in America, going to America, visiting America. I lived and loved him. And that's the same way it goes for fashion houses. The fashion house always stands. It is the creative directors of which perhaps we do not feel he gave off his creative direction is not what we liked. And that was a classic case with Balenciaga. I now love Balenciaga again because we have Pierpaolo Piccioli, who has brought a different and more beautiful essence of what Balenciaga was before Demma, who has now gone to Gucci. Demma, that's now in Gucci. I now ask you, will you stop wearing Gucci? No, you will not. Your loyalty is what? To the house. If Demma comes out with a collection that is more to our liking, we'll continue wearing Gucci. Fumi, why do you say all of this? I say all of this because they wanted to hang my beautiful, wonderful Meghan Markle by her beautiful waist and swing her around and throw her to the dogs because she attended a fashion show of which she has not attended in about a decade because of this frivolousness. She was beautiful in monochromic white and cream. It was flawless. I was so happy to see her. The British press, on the other hand, were not. And that's why I'm here, because Fumi Nation said, Fumi, you have to say something. And I said, I will say something, my darlings. I am out in Mykonos. I'm having a wonderful time. But when I get back, I will arrest the situation. Boom, 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 boom. Pronto, 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 pronto. And so here I am. The outfit was fabulous. A lot of people said, what does she wear? It's so drab. That's because it's on Meghan Markle. If it was on somebody else, you wouldn't have said that. You want to take every and any opportunity to say something unpleasant about Meghan Markle, and I am out here to say the very opposite. Darling, you looked fresh. As a matter of fact, I copied her makeup. Just look at how fresh I look. 56 years old. Yes, my darlings. Yes, yes, yes. I have no eyeshadow. I have just a little bit of liner. I have a little bit of lip. And I have a little bit of blush. That's it. And when I tell you I'm living and loving. The second black monochromic look for dinner was sensational. It was backless. And Meghan, I'm going to send you my backless bras. Yes, my darlings, you're going to live and love. You're going to be the first to have it. It was fabulous. You looked gorgeous. And my only upset with you, Meghan, darling, is that you didn't turn around and put up your middle finger to the English press. I would have loved for you to do that. But then again, you're a very classy lady and you ignore the haters. The haters keep you in the press. They keep you hot, 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 hot. Because that was truly how I knew that you were in Paris. And the British, you know, I can understand how badly you feel. Because she's embracing Europe. We are the heart of Europe. And she did give you a middle finger by not coming here. Because you have not once said anything pleasant about her. You so badly want her to trip up. And so when she kissed Pialo, you said, oh, it was an awkward moment. It was a cringe moment. It happens with my husband too. Sometimes even on the middle of the street, when somebody is coming, you dance before you figure out who's to pass one way, who's to pass the other. You will say anything at all to discredit her. But let me tell you something. Those that are for Meghan are for Meghan. We are die-hard sisters. I'm not a fan. I am her sister. I will support her, behind her, in front of her, beside her. I am for her. I am for sisterhood. And I know so badly it's because you thought Homegirl would not thrive. You thought that let us cast them out and they would not thrive. They would not survive. They would not elevate. That they would not be able to move on and do what they gotta do. And on top of that, which is salt in your wound, that they even found friendships, that they found people that showed loyalty to them. And so it's like cold water on you outside in the street, because it magnifies on you the people that you truly are. You did not love Princess Diana. There's no way, because there's no way to love one and then show such distaste to her son and his wife. I call it what it is. You get to a certain age, especially in your 50s, when you really just call it like it is. You went on to say, oh my God, she disrespected Princess Diana. I said she disrespected Princess Diana where and when. And of course, again, it was an avalanche of lies and deceit. Why, my darlings? Why are you this way? I don't know. I don't know, my darlings. But we have Duchess of Sussex, who is a fabulous, 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 fabulous supporter of the wonderful Meghan Markle. And she said to herself, it is so, you know, it's becoming a pattern. These are her words. That they always try to invent something when Meghan is getting attention and they've got nothing to bash her with. So they fabricate lies. I did not think I needed to address this clear defamation. This is how low the British media, which some US tabloids started to run without checking the facts, have sunk. Harry was right to take his wife and child and leave. Princess Diana passed away in the Pont d'Arma tunnel in Paris, which is not the same as the Pont Alexandre III, where Meghan drove past. The two locations are separate. Walking from Pont Alexander III to Pont d'Arma tunnel is about 1.5 kilometers, roughly a 20-minute walk, while driving is slightly longer at around 2 kilometers and about 5 10 minutes depending on traffic. Additionally, Pont de Armour Tunnel is entirely in the 7th arrondissement, whereas Pont Alexander III connects the 7th and 8th arrondissements. So they are distinct both geographically and administratively. It's a hot mess. You don't even do your research. You so badly want to drag this girl. But every time when you do, you only enlighten the world how incredibly stupid you are. Ignorant, jealous, vile, bitter you are. After all, Kim Kardashian was there. She wasn't looking her best. She wore a little wig that was reminiscent of her mother. Not to say that Chris does not look lovely in short hair. It just wasn't giving Kim, you know. And we also had Tracy Ellis Ross. Nobody pointed her out. We also had the likes of other actresses there. Nobody pointed her out. But what happened? Meghan Markle flooded all of the newspapers and all of the tabloids. Why? Because Meghan Markle is social media magic. Because she is real estate. Because she's the biggest, most fabulous house. And everybody is trying to buy, but nobody can really afford. Really and truly, that's the shade. You bring me out here in this fabulous dress and you waste my time talking and defending Meghan all the time. Whereas if you just, took your time and read and researched, then you would have seen that there was nothing to write or say about, but brava, Sherry, brava. That was all that you had to say. It is so shameful, and I understand the bad blood, because Meghan chose England. She chose to come here first, and she would have represented you like no other. You would have been the best of the best. You would have had her in the press every day, and rightly so, for every dress, for every word that spilled out of those beautiful lips. But alas, you didn't see. Well, they do say it in the Bible, I will make you blind so that your loss will be somebody else's gain. That's all I gotta say. I got to go. I've got to unpack. I've got to go to the dry cleaners. I've got to kiss my son 1,000,000 times because it was his 7th birthday on the 7th of October. The one time ever that he'll be 7 and 7. So I have other fish to fry. Yes, I do. All of my love, my darlings. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I'll see you what? I'll see you sooner than later, my darlings. Mwah. Yes, I do. Look, back up. Have you noticed that I refuse to give any of this away? It's always sold out. Always what? It's always sold out. So, guys, what do I think about our slippery lime shampoo? Let me show you something. Let me show you something. And for the benefit of other shampoo products, I covered them. I had to do this test because I needed to prove a point. And I don't want to bring up any other product or brand. But these are other shampoos that I've had. Yeah? Okay. So I'm going to take them out one by one. Let me put my slippery slime here. I'm going to bring it out one by one. And I'm going to pour it out for you to see. Yeah? Look at the consistency. Look at the consistency. Okay. That is one. Look at the consistency of this one. Okay. Look at the consistency of this. Oh God. Look at the consistency of this. Look at the consistency of slippery slime shampoo by Healthy Hair Studio, created by a trichologist called ENITAN. It's a beast. It won't even. Just look. If you are asking me, Fumi, a slippery lime shampoo, Healthy Hair Studio, created by trichologist ENITAN, is it FDV approved? It is absolutely FDV approved. It is absolutely FDV approved. Go right ahead and use my discount code Fumi and get you.